But the issue was that I didn't know how to DJ. So we had to buy very fast a console, and I had to learn how to DJ in 3 weeks. My first show was in front of 400 people, but actually her one is in front of 10,000.
Giolí Assia is an Italian DJ duo and one of the fastest growing acts in electronic music. Giolí's family wanted her to be a teacher, but she had an interest in music and broke through the industry with a viral drumming video. They both met after Assia commented on the video, and shortly after, they together became resident DJs of the biggest nightclub in the world.
Our life really changed when we started doing the Yes Live videos. So like we started working with an agency, we went for the first time in the US, we did live tour.
There's so many stories starting from YouTube.
Shawn Mendes,
yeah,
Justin Bieber.
A lot of them.
When going up and playing on stage, does it go off after you've done it 100, 200 times? Today, their live shows on YouTube are watched by over 30 million people. We will talk about what it is like to DJ for 10,000 people in your first show, touring the world as a couple, and their goal to be the next big music act. It's great to see you guys. I want to start off with saying thank you so much for doing this, because I know you have very intense schedules.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, it's great to talk with you. And I know, is it you, Giolí, who has what is it? Laryngitis?
No, it sounds me.
Yeah, okay, it says yeah. And so I really appreciate you taking the time to do this. I'm happy that you have a voice, at least.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, today I'm feeling like a little bit better with voice, but still.
Yeah, I'm very excited about this. I mean, I actually have one of your, I don't know if you can see that now, but I have one of your shows on my TV here in the studio.
We'll talk. Can't see that.
Oh yeah, you can't? Okay. Well, maybe I have to fix the camera angle, or I'll send proof afterwards.
Okay.
But we're going to talk about, it's the one in the temple.
Oh, okay, the latest one, yeah.
It's so amazing. We're going to talk about that in a while. I've been listening to your stuff now, being addicted to not only your music, but also your videos, because they are really cool.
Thanks so much.
We tried to set this up, and I think it was a few days ago. And I want to give a shout out to Polly, because she's amazing, and she facilitated all this from Solo London. Yeah, and I was thinking, like, I almost wanted that to happen, because we had a cancellation, because I was thinking, like, you're DJs and you're Italian.
Yeah. No, honestly, we're always on time. The issue is that when you have so much things to do at the same time, like you can't even imagine how many stuff we're doing right now.
Yeah.
We have to organize the European tour. In the meantime, we're going to the Fashion Week, and directly from the Milan Fashion Week, we're going to Miami, then come back a couple of days, then go back to the US for the Cross Festival, then coming back for 24 hours and the European run with stuff. So there's a lot of meat that we are cooking right now.
Yeah, but also we had a delay on delivering, because there was this brand Furla asking for some contents last minute, so we had to deliver last minute, and we weren't ready.
Yeah. So thankfully our team always is trying to help us organize everything. So like we are very grateful we could rearrange.
But I mean, Italians, like especially in Sicily, like when do we meet? Like in the afternoon. That's fine.
So when you do you ever set a time with your friends from Italy? Like, do you ever say we meet at 3 and then you eventually meet at 5? Is that how it works?
Honestly, I don't even remember the last time we went out with friends.
Okay.
Our friends are also like kind of working in a team. Like our videographer and our makeup artists are our closest friends, so we see each other more because of videos and work, instead of just like, let's take a beer and go out. Honestly,
yeah.
Maybe during Christmas was the last time.
I think so. Yeah.
And I think also the people I know who are in the music industry are they're not well known for being on time. Generally, be it from Sweden or the US or Italy. So I guess that makes you unique. I guess you're in the music industry and you're from Italy, and you're on time. So what happened there?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just because we are on every different time zone, so we have to be in time for our work. But it happens that we were always in time, and our tour managers were losing the flights. So
Yeah,
that
it
was the
happened.
real mess.
Okay.
It happened,
It
honestly, yeah.
happened, yeah.
Or like we have to wake up the rest of the team
Yeah,
knocking
yeah,
at the doors.
exactly. Like
Yeah,
we are
because
always the most serious.
mostly it's her, it's Asia, that she has like this kind of anxiety whenever she put the alarm on the phone. She always wakes up 10 minutes before the alarm just to see if the alarm will be on time. So I'm like,
Yeah,
okay, good. I
Oh,
have
you have
10
an
minutes.
alarm for the alarm. I've never heard that before.
exactly. I'm really obsessed by
Yeah.
it.
And she put on mine as well, but my sleep is so deep that I don't hear anything at all. I just sleep, and she's like, wake up, we have to go, we have a flight.
Yeah, just in case my doesn't ring, like I don't know, whatever reason it be, like it doesn't turn on, whatever.
And I want to start off with going into kind of like the life as a DJ and as you're a touring DJ duo. But first of all, how are you feeling? Where are you right now? Are you on Sicily?
Yeah, we are in our home in
Yeah.
Castellammare del Golfo, which is so beautiful and we love it.
It
But
sounds
we are
beautiful.
not from here. We are from another part of Sicily. It's like Messina, that kind of area. But we
Mhm.
choose Castellammare because of like the environment is so beautiful and you feel like you are in the middle of the wild and there's animals coming at our door. It's very nice. Very
Yeah.
like it looks like it's not real. And whenever we come from touring and we are so overwhelmed by all the flights and airports, it's so beautiful to come back home and be in the nature.
Yeah, it's similar to Ibiza, like landscape and everything. There's a lot of cool beaches and everything, cool restaurants as well. But whenever you need something, you can go to the big cities and take them. But it's really quiet, and it's something that we need after all the touring. Yeah,
So it's a good contrast to the
yeah.
constant metropolis cities that you're going to, like
Yeah,
concerts all over the
it's
world.
where we're based, and we here like a few days before starting the Milan Fashion Week, and we will tour again till May, and hopefully we'll have
June,
some day free in
in the
June.
summer, yeah.
How did you get inspiration to start in the music world when growing up in Sicily? Is there a natural music part of Sicily, or did you get your inspiration from other parts?
No, I started playing piano when I was very young, at 8, because my father dream was always to play the piano, but he wasn't able to. He tried, but he wasn't like just meant to play music. So I said, at least my daughter can try that. And I loved it, but then I stopped and I started again. I played in a band. I also started learning guitar. And yeah, I mean, in my hometown was pretty small, like 30,000 inhabitants. There was this kind of music world. Like there were a lot of bands in my high school. Everybody wanted to be cool and play guitar in a band. Everybody wanted to be a singer. So it was very easy to, it wasn't like Sicily is not like the other part of the world. I mean, it's always Italy. With there's some difficulties, of course, like there's not a hope to be a famous DJ if you live in Sicily. This is why like our main tour is all over the world, but not in Sicily, not in Italy. But thanks to social media, now you can live wherever and you can just reach the world thanks to your videos, thanks to the message that there's in your music. So it wasn't difficult at all.
I mean, I think we just been lucky also to find each other, because it's not that difficult, but of course it's not that easy to find people to take the music that serious and to make the living by music. And even if you in Sicily think like you want to live by music, with music, you don't usually do that. There is not so many people living of music, of course. And but yeah, I mean, it wasn't difficult because of the place, but just because of the opportunities that Sicily offers. But of course, if you want to create yourself, I mean, you can move, or you also can work by yourself, like study music and improve yourself with production and everything. And I mean, as I said, we've been lucky to meet each other and make all the things happen, because we were having the same passion, same goals and everything. beside our relationship. So it was kind of really easy for us to show to the
Yeah,
world our vision.
we always saw the long term image of ourselves making it through the music industry, and it was difficult to explain to our families or explain our friends the image and the goal that we had, but we kind of knew what we wanted and tried to figure out every step to get there.
In what phase of your life were you when you were realizing, you know, music is something that I could work with? Were you students at the time? Were you having traditional jobs, or
Knee. I
what
was
phase of life?
finishing. Yeah, knee is just no and see in Italian knee.
Ah,
Yeah, I was graduating at university, and she was in Cambridge studying for IELTS and sound engineering. So we kind of finished it. I finished my graduation, and she was like terminating his studies of sound engineering, the exams of English. So after that, we started like working together, and it was really easy the way to find the way to work with, and the project we wanted to do. But also, I think it's like how do
Yeah, I
you,
mean, we were both living in Milan after we moved
yeah.
from Cambridge, and a video of me playing the drums went viral. So it was kind of all happening all at the same time. Like I was just playing the drums, and there were
viral
promoters reaching out
on
on
what
Facebook.
platform was it
On
viral?
Facebook.
On
Facebook.
Facebook,
Facebook.
right?
The time Facebook was the big thing. Now, no,
Yeah,
everybody else like is
it
just
wasn't
like
that
TikTok.
long ago.
2004, 15, 14,
Okay.
15, 2015.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the moment when
And
we
it was
moved
a
to
video
Milan.
that I did before meeting her. I had this solo page called Giolí. One video became viral, and a lot of promoters reached out to have me, Giolí, as DJ and percussionist. But the issue was that I didn't know how to DJ. So we had to buy very fast a console, and I had to learn how to DJ in 3 weeks because my first tour was starting in 3 weeks. So
Wow.
yeah, like it was Portugal, Spain, Romania, and then from that point on, the Jolie project went very fast.
Yeah.
And she was taking care like of my website of picture, managing me. The duo project really started around 2018, 2019.
Yeah, I think
We
that
saw.
was the moment where we understood that we could have lived by music, actually.
No, I think always from the start, like I told to my parents, look, like I don't want to be a teacher of literature. This was the goal of my parents. I said, like, I don't want
Oh,
to do that. I studied Greek, I studied Latin for 5 years at high school. I love it. I love philosophy, but I want to do something different in my life. I want to see the world. I want to make something that really makes me happy. And at the beginning it was a bit difficult, but then they really understood and supported us. Same for her family. Like
Yeah.
it took just a little bit of time to show them, but at the moment, like in 2016, I think in 2016 we had the first international tour like outside of Europe. So we
Yeah.
did like Thailand, we did Caribbeans, and our parents said, okay, wow, this is really
Yeah.
big. And
It was the year also we had our first residency in Ibiza. It was
2018.
Privilege Ibiza, and it was
wow.
really awesome.
Privilege. Isn't that like the
Yeah.
biggest
Yeah.
nightclub in the world?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. It actually was insane, and we realized that, oh wow, we can live in Ibiza and we can enjoy the summer, and we can like play every Thursday in this big amazing club, and then we can tour the rest of the week and also enjoy the island. It was like really one of the best summer ever.
Yeah, at the beginning we were very grateful, and like it was unbelievable for us. Like we were feeling so lucky. But now like our ambition is so big that we feel always like we are just like so far away from the goal. Like still
Yeah.
like we want to achieve many more goals that what we have done so far, but of course always feeling grateful and
Yeah, we
lucky.
never feel satisfied of everything, actually.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword, I guess. But
Yeah.
that's a really interesting story, and there are a lot of things to unpack there. I think that are very interesting to get into. But so how did you meet again? Can you say that again? I'm not sure if I
Yeah, I
really picked that up.
graduated high school, and my parents told me, we want you to do literature university. And I
So
did it
they
for
had a
two
plan for
weeks.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
always. Like they choose
Yeah.
high school, they choose everything.
Okay.
And I did actually 2 weeks of university there. And then I told to my parents, look, like this is not the life that I want to live. This is not me at all. So I told to my father, because he's a little bit more like soft. I told him like I want to really try to make music. And he said, okay, you can do that, but I want you to study. I want you to make a university of music. So you can choose between UK and Germany, so Berlin or London. And I chose Cambridge because there were some person that I knew living there from Italy. So I went there doing IELTS first because I needed to prove that my English was good enough to study at their University of Music Engineer. And in that period, it was like November 2014. I stayed there for 2 months. She was always studying for graduating in literature in languages.
Yeah, but she posted a video actually. So it was, I saw this video, her first video, playing this percussion electric one with a song, and I was like, wow, this girl is cool, like she plays music. So I put a like, that first one. Then she put another video and I saw it again, and I need to comment on her. So I said, wow, I want this song in my playlist. And she commented, oh cool, I can send it to you.
Give
So,
me
so
your
after
number.
that, she say, "Oh, can I have your number? I can send you by WhatsApp." So I said,
Was this
"Okay."
all in the
Honestly,
comment? Was this all in the comment
no,
field
no, no,
of
no,
the?
no, no. Private messages. It wasn't
Okay.
a comment or no, it was private message. But honestly, I didn't know how to use mails at the time. So I
Yeah.
was like really needing her number to send a WhatsApp file. But yeah, I mean, it was
So that
nice
was the day, and we started like chatting 24 hours,
for
like
a couple of months.
really, like so intense. And we met after in December, so the month after, for the first one, for the first time. And after that, we met again around
February.
February.
Yeah, because my parents wanted me, of course, to start this music engineer university. But in the moment we met each other in
Yeah.
person, we started talking about like possibly working together on this project without knowing really what it is, just
Yeah.
working together. And also because the university in Cambridge was like 35K, something like that, and my parents couldn't afford it, so it was like starting already with a debt that you have to repay when you finish school. So I told to my parents, look, I don't want to start working already with a debt with a country that is not even my country. So we
Yeah.
tried, we
We
just
put
tried.
all our energies in doing whatever we wanted to do, and we were liking like the music, the videos, her playing the percussion in songs. Like it was really like a creative process, like every day. And after 6 months we moved to Milan, and we were living like in the middle of nowhere, like far from Milan, still taking trains every day to try to have meetings in Milan. And in the meantime we were doing pictures,
in that
videos and
period
everything.
in that period that we were living in Milan, that video became viral, so the Spanish promoter contacted us for the tour, so everything happened really
Yeah, really
fast.
fast. So that was really the beginning where we started from.
Yeah.
For you, Asia, how did your music interest begin?
It was harder for me because, for example, her hometown was a little bit bigger than mine. Mine was just about 1K inhabitants. So I finished my graduation, and my parents still, they were wanting me to continue my study. So I said, no, I don't want to study anymore. I hated studying. I hated to do the university and everything. So I just did it for them. I still liked learning languages because it's something that I really love, to understand people and speak with them. But at some point I was like, I don't really know what to do. I knew I was loving art in general. I was a photographer at that time, and I was working kind of because of that. So I was like, okay, can I try to find some guy and play the guitar and maybe sing with him? But it was really, really hard. So it wasn't possible to me to think about music in that sense. So in the moment I saw her video, I was like, oh, it wasn't because of work, but I loved her because wow, I said there's a girl playing music in Sicily. It was like a kind of a mirage for me.
Coincidence.
So
Yeah.
yeah. So it was really interesting to see all the process, the creative process between us two, and everything, and the relationship and all cool. It was like kind of a dream, like starting believing into something that you really, really wanted.
And between there and until you were saying this before, until you started touring and you got a residency at the biggest nightclub in the world, it seems like there must have been things happening here. You said, Giolí, you had 3 weeks to learn how to DJ. How did you learn that in 3 weeks?
We just bought this very old console. I think they were the 1000 Pioneer
Yeah,
1000
really old.
plus Tractor. So at the beginning, I just used the software, and I just I was very scared. It was a nightmare. The first show I was because I'm very an anxious person, and I was small. I was just 19 years old. So imagine a 90 years old girl from Sicily going in Portugal for the first ever show, first ever in front of 400 people in Portugal. Like
400 people. Wow.
Yeah, the first show.
Wow.
So yeah, I mean,
there wasn't really a process where she learned. It was mostly like, let's see what happened.
Yeah,
like,
but we have
it was really fun.
We have this approach with everything. Like we edit the video that you see on YouTube. I do the editing. Yeah. She does the color correction. She does the website. That, yeah. I do the flyer with Photoshop. Like there's nothing. We just like our job 360. So even if we could deliver and let other people do other stuff, we just really love everything that has something to do with art in general.
Yeah. I mean, maybe because since the beginning we were used to do that by ourselves. And I mean, sometimes we don't have time to do that, but it's something that we really like. And because it helps to let the people see the vision we have in 360 ways, like with images, with flyers, as she said, with the video as well. The video, I think, is one of the most important thing, like you can really see which is our vision and the way we like to present our live show, like an experience. So whenever we put all our energy in that video, we like to create all the image around that, like the flyers. So you can see, for example, there is the same picture of the temple in the European tour. So yeah, I mean, it's something that we really are hands-on.
And can you take me back again to the story of you getting these first shows? What happened there? Who was it that came with a suggestion for you to do the first shows? Can you take me through that?
Yeah, it was just a Spanish promoter.
Yeah.
They were very small clubs in Spain, not even in the major cities. They were like very small,
really
cities.
Random.
And the nightclub we were playing like 5 a.m. in the morning. So it wasn't the best scenery.
Yeah,
but
it's a very
you have to start
specific crowd at 5 a.m. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Crazy. I also lost my ID card. I always lose
stole it.
I always lose something. Whenever we are on tour, I lose my phone. I lose passport. I lost her passport. She was sick once.
Who stole it? The promoter?
I don't know. There were people that stole from the back of the desk.
It was really kind of inconscient from us because we were like young. We were like, okay, let's just leave. Let's try this person and see what happens. Like, no, but sometimes when we see the video from ourselves going around the world, like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, like alone, and like, okay, maybe this was really, really a bad idea. Like sometimes in Romania with the buses, like in the middle of nowhere,
7 hours without knowing.
If we think about all the crazy places we've been, like in the past, sometimes we just feel crazy.
And this reconnects to the reason why we are always on time, because we always have to relay just on our own. We never had. Maybe this year we will have tour manager coming with us for the first time, but usually it's just the two of us.
Yeah.
So you have to be really aware of your life.
And luckily, we don't drink alcohol,
we don't do drugs, we don't do anything at all. We just have very
focused,
open eyes all the time.
But especially in the music and the DJing and the touring and the constant traveling and back and forth, if you'd be, affected by a substance or alcohol, you wouldn't
No,
last
yeah.
very long, I guess.
You
Some
need
people
to
do it in the
be.
industry, but I don't.
Yeah, I think it's very childish. And I mean, there's people that is paying money to see you performing and you get drunk. And I don't think it's respectful. I understand that maybe some people need the alcohol to feel less anxiety, but there are other ways to calm down and you can still enjoy the whole performance. It's like
Yeah.
you want to have love with someone, and to have love, you always get fuck with alcohol. You don't really love that person at the end, like you don't even know that person. So I think it's important to know your body, to know your mind, know your anxiety, try to deal with it some other ways, like go to a therapist or speak with your family, your friends, bring a friend with you. This is really important.
Yeah.
But don't, yeah, because at the end of the day, if you drink once and you drink twice and you drink every show and you have like what 200 show in a year, your body will be sick in less than 5 years.
Yeah. It's important.
Wow. Yeah. And I think I also want to pick up on something you said before. So going from the first shows and then the residency on Ibiza, you made that sound very simple. Can you take me? That must have been a very exciting time. Can you tell me how that happened? Like what were the steps and the progression between?
Actually, there was this video, as she said, that became viral while we were in Milan. After Milan, we moved again to Sicily, and this video was still viral. And we made a couple of more videos that became viral as well, where she was playing the handpan plus a beat machine. So this was really new for
Yeah,
the
and
crowd to see
just
this
just to
kind of
say that when
instrument.
we say viral, we say like 17 million
Yeah,
views
like a
just on
lot of
Facebook,
views.
mostly in the music industry.
So after that, I was trying to steal contacts and everything on Facebook, just to trying to sneak in the music industry. And there was this guy that I had it on Facebook, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I really like you." In that moment, we didn't even like were DJing, both of us. She was just DJing.
Oh, maybe, yeah,
No,
no.
no, no. I was just adding the vocals on it. No, a
Mhm.
few songs we were made. But at the same time, we said, okay, maybe we need to make this to another level and start DJ, both of us, and sing on top of it and put instruments. So there was this guy that said, "Oh, I have this chance to have you guys in the middle of nothing, to DJ in Ibiza for the whole summer, and this is the contract." And there were like a lot of money, and at the same time, wow, the biggest club in the world. Like we were like, what is happening, no? So from that moment, we these guys also sent a contract, and it was like a long life contract of management and everything. We
We
said,
didn't sign that for
yeah, we
sure.
were like battling, because of course we wanted to do
Wow.
this residency, but we didn't want to sign this contract. So
Yeah.
at the end, we just explained to this guy, we cannot sign this. And but at the same time, this guy was really understanding, and he made us play this residency in Ibiza. So we were like, okay, let's do it. And we started our first residency ever in Ibiza, the biggest club in the world, without ever
Uh,
being DJs,
Yeah, and
no?
also like you as
So
an artist, but in general in your life, you can have a percentage of luck and a percentage of you trying to attract something that you really want. And this is what happened with us. Like I put a lot of creativity and some of videos became viral few times. But at the same time, her is the one that really managed to get opportunities turn into reality because of the way she does. Like she is someone that teaching me how to never be afraid of asking people. Like if there's someone that you really love, let's say Muse, just write them and say, "Can we open your concert in Rome?" Like something like that. And she did something similar with a local Italian band that
a
is
super
they
famous
are
one
very famous in Italy, and they were
mhm.
playing in our hometown, like in Messina,
in the
at the
stadium.
stadium. And she said, "Why don't we ask them if we can open for them?" And usually I'm the negative one that say, "No, this is never going to happen. You're making, like, they will take fine of us. They will laugh at us asking for that."
Yeah,
She
but they
did it anyway.
replied. They
Yeah.
replied. So it was the same summer of Ibiza, So they said yes, and then we came back from Ibiza to Sicily to open this band in the stadium. So it was
Yeah.
really, I don't know, like the craziest summer
Yeah,
in
so I
in
think that
terms of dreaming.
this is our strength, like
Wow.
that we are really different. I put a lot of creativity and craziness, but at the same time she's the one that goes and asks people and try to get contact and never accept a no as an answer.
Yeah, we make the things happen always. So that was the, the point of
But
starting and being the DJ. Yeah.
more often than not, I often find that there's not a direct flight to where you want to go, which means spending a lot of time in airports. And you probably know that checking in luggage also usually means that you have to spend even more time waiting. And I learned the hard way that you should have enough time to check in your bag. And last year, in 2022 alone, I found that I spent more than 40 hours waiting in airports, which made me think about what to do with all that time. And American Express has many benefits to save you time, but one of my favorites is that with the American Express Platinum card, you get access to their partner lounges at selected airports. So, for example, in the Amex lounge at Arlanda Airport, you and your guest get a free breakfast or lunch or dinner from their chef's daily menu and a private area away from the busy cafes and restaurants. So, visiting the lounge just once per month probably takes you to the value of almost the entire membership fee without counting the other benefits. So, if the next time you travel want more comfort while waiting, read more about the Platinum Card in the description below or on the American Express website.
Yeah, there are a lot of things I think that make you different from other successful DJs out there, because not only your start with being fluent in social media and kind of from day one, but it also feels like you're very open and you feel very free. Do you think there's a culture in the music industry or among DJs to be kind of closed and having like a mysterious image? Is it something like that, or is it just personality?
I don't know. I never thought about it. I think that
Sometimes, maybe.
in mostly in the underground world, there's a lot of like trying to pretend that you're too cool, but in
Yeah.
general, in commercial, I don't know. I think that
It's
every
more, like the techno scene has been like different from the pop scene now. The techno scene is just becoming popular since Paul Kalkbrenner played Tomorrowland main stage like 4 years ago now. So since that moment, like I think there is a real growth from techno scene and everything. But at the same time, it doesn't change that much. Of course, you have to maintain that kind of coolness and everything and be, as you said, mysterious and everything. But it's just because of the underground mood. No, you have to
uh,
always be
yeah, I
anywhere
think that
dark.
our
But yeah,
difference is that our goal is not just to be DJs. Like we are DJs right now, but our goal is to eventually be mainstream in a good way. Like we want to have numbers that allow us to do arenas, and to do that, I mean, yeah, you can be a DJ in the arenas like Avicii was so
yeah.
huge and Kaigo as well. But our goal is also to be fashion icon, to be like someone that can like I don't know, like pop star. It's like cringe to say that. But yeah, we love the word of pop in terms of like trying to get to many people as possible.
Yeah.
But we also love the underground world. So like it's something that we always trying to mix.
Yeah, of course, like there is some cliches in music, like rapper, for example, that you have to always wear mega rings and like show money, whatever. Like I think each genre of music has its own aspects, but I think we are all same people and we all like to have fun and like
Yeah, and
try to be cool.
the good thing about our fan base is that it's very various. Like we have fans that of course listen to Rufus Du Sol, Paul Kalkbrenner, Emily Land, Charlotte DeWitt, but we have fans that listen to Dua Lipa, we have fans that listen to Bad Bunny, to Anita, and this is very good for us because it means that our music arrives even to people that don't even know the underground world. So it's already like a easiest way to connect with more people, and we feel very lucky for that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think that's also one thing that that makes your type of music different, because it appeals to a wider audience, is my feeling, and but it still has the underground feel of it. And I don't know if you agree, but I have a feeling that, like you said, I did actually know about the Paul Kalkbrenner show on Tomorrowland 4 years ago, but that sounds like a big moment for underground music. But we also had a lot of the festivals become kind of mainstream. Like, I don't know if Burning Man is to say to be mainstream, but it's like a lot of people know about this now. And there's just one, well, there are many types of music being played at Burning Man, but to some people, it's just one type of music. And if you look at 10 years ago or 15 years ago, like the Avicii era, that was what was played on Ibiza and all these shows. But now it's becoming increasingly like Solomon and Bedouin, and like all this style becomes what people know about. So it's an interesting shift there in the music industry towards like what's considered cool music and what people are listening to. And I think that's a good trend.
Yeah, our influences are so various again. Like we did a song called Bittersweet Love in our album, and if you listen to it, our main influences there were like U2 and Coldplay. And we love London Grammar, we love Florence and the Machine. And I think that the limit between underground, rock, pop, it's so fragile. It's very like you can play with those instruments, you can play with those kind of music. And the cool thing is just try to do something that really you in the first place that you really like and you are a fan of, and people will understand it and will love it.
Yeah, but also as you said, like the different genres, sometimes it's just to educate the people and the audience to understand each genre at the same level, because techno wasn't the same as today 4 years ago, for example. Same, maybe reggaeton wasn't that popular, no? So it was also, it's cool thing that we have this kind of globalization and everything with Spotify and all the platforms, but at the same time it's important also, even in the small cities and everything, to try to educate the people to different genres. And nowadays I think we are all lucky to experience like festival where you can find from the metal bands to the rock one to the underground to the techno and the pop scene. So that's a cool thing. And I mean we happy, like we can also, we are also able to include every time all our influences in music so people can understand that, because you can always find some, as she said, some Coldplay, U2 influences plus the underground elements in the songs as well, like trying to stay
Yeah, or
all
like
electronic. And
another song in our album is called Playing Chess, and it starts with solo vocal and piano, then there are strings and cello, and then it starts with the real drums and bass. So like we love the Bash Mode, but also Ludovico Einaudi. We said, why don't we do something that, because I played the piano since a lot of years, why don't we do something that is really cool without thinking about, oh yeah, it's dance, so if it's dance it must be 125 bpm, or if we do like 130 is too fast, or 115 is already pop. So for this album we really thought like, why don't we do something that we love and see the reaction of the people,
yeah,
without putting that much interest of like staying inside
and
of a
genre
box.
and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you describe to me the feeling you had when, in the very early days, actually, in your DJ career, you got to step on the scene at the biggest nightclub in the world and not only play once, but having a residency. Can you describe the feeling of the first time you went
Was
on the stage
The
there and
first one.
how that
yeah,
was?
I remember we did the first sound check ever, and this club was
So
really
big.
big. We said, "Oh
I've
my
been
god!"
there. It's so big. It's huge. It's like an
Yeah, we said, "Oh
airport
my
hangar.
god, how can we do that?" Like the first Thursday, second, third, fourth one, we were like so scared every time, but we had to play every Tuesday till October. But kind of after
1 month, I would
1 month,
say.
yeah, maybe August, we really started loving that. It was feeling like home, same because we were enjoying the island and we were like in the same place every Thursday. So we kind of get used to the audience, to the music. They kind of liked it. So it was like really, really beautiful at the end
Yeah, at
because
the
it
end,
really felt like home.
at the end, we really didn't feel any more anxiety, but the
Yeah, we
first
just
one was
enjoyed it.
pretty hard. Yeah, the first one was hard, and it was
But was it?
beautiful because, yeah, sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I
Sorry,
was
go
saying
ahead.
it was beautiful that we were living in Ibiza, so our home
Oh
was
yeah.
Ibiza. So
Yeah.
my family came to see the show. Our friends came to see the show.
Yeah, of course, it was like the very first times for us playing as DJ duo and in the biggest club in the world. So that was the main thing to be scary, actually. But really, like, you would, I know, maybe just because we are crazy a little bit and we like to figure out everything ourselves, like, whatever it goes. But yeah, it was like so scary at the beginning. It was, I know, like, a responsibility, to make all these people dance, like 10K people in every night. So it was, wow,
10,000
huge.
people. That's
Yeah, and
crazy.
Yeah.
I remember I said my first show was in front of 400 people, but actually her one is in front of 10,000 people.
And it was okay, we don't need to
Yeah,
stop
at
the
least
music.
she
Like,
had me and I had nobody.
yeah.
But yeah, and I
So,
was anxious as well. You
yeah.
never
That is
stop
that
being
that
And
anxious.
it
is
was
so crazy.
also, yeah, it was cool because we also experimented to start adding some vocal elements in the live show and some percussion, for
Yeah, but the coolest
example.
thing is that the promoter at the time in Portugal asked me, since how many years are you a DJ? And I was just 19, and I told them 2 years. So
It wasn't true.
now that they are listening, like they will listen to this interview. Oh, actually, so this was your first
Yeah,
show.
yeah,
Oh,
Nice.
they
yeah,
just learned.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, but actually, the
That's
promoter
amazing.
wanted us again, so it was a cool one.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I mean, the feeling was insane, but we managed to go through, and it was the best thing ever, the
Yeah,
best
we
sound
What are
loved
ever.
it.
what are the feelings that are running through your body? Like the anxiety aside, what else do you feel when there's 10,000 people? What time is it in the night? Was it like 1 a.m. or 11 p.m. or when did you
Yeah,
start?
yeah, yeah. I was kind of one, two,
Okay.
Three.
three.
So
Yeah,
It was
okay, it's
one,
like
every
two.
night.
1 a.m. You go up on the stage, there's 10,000 people. Everybody's in a very happy mood, I guess, and you get
Yeah.
to play in front of them. And it's for you, Asia, it's your first time on stage as a DJ. Like, can you describe, like, do you remember like the feelings that were running through your body? Like, what was
Super
it? Just
anxious, like really
nervousity or,
nervousness. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
but
nervous.
also
Honestly,
some kind of
it's
excitement
like,
and like, I guess,
yeah, but
euphoric feeling.
honestly, it feels like a life ago because now
Yeah.
It's
COVID,
always the same thing.
COVID,
Like you always get
US,
anxious.
after 2019, our life really changed when we started doing the Yesis live videos. So like we started working with an agency. We went for the first time in the US. We did live tour. So it feels really 2019, like 20 years
Yeah, I
ago.
mean, for that moment, like it
Yeah,
was
honestly.
really anxious. But like you start, like you can have anxiousness and nervousness, like the first 10
The first
minutes,
song,
but
yeah.
then you like just realize you're enjoying the night, you're having fun and everything. So it was really cool after the moment. But after a month, for example, in August, we really started enjoying that because we were kind of, let's say, used to that, and we were kind of more relaxed and chill to do
Yeah,
whatever we
it
wanted to
started
do.
to begin
So
our comfort zone.
yeah, exactly. More than other shows. Yeah. like random shows. It depends on where you are. If it's a big festival now, we really are, especially if it's a live show, because we have different kind of show. We have hybrid DJ set and live show, where we have it's always live, but of course it changes on elements. We can bring the big drum kit or the piano, and always live vocals, and that are the shows that we are really anxious about, because it's all on us. It's all our song from the album plus the old ones.
Also, people going to Privilege, it's people that are paying to
have fun,
and something that they really already know what to expect. When we do our home shows, and it's just like Giolí Assia hard ticket shows, the idea of having people paying money just to see us, that really makes me anxious. Like, I really want to deliver the best show for them, because it's really like a responsibility. Like, after this show, they will say, oh, I want to see them again, or like, no, it's enough, I don't need to see them again the next year. So we always have to give more and excite them and build
and
this
deliver
kind of bond.
the best experience. Like, the vocals have to be perfect, the instruments have to be perfect.
But beside that, we really are inspired by Coldplay or Eric Prydz or Anima, because they are doing something more than just like playing music. Coldplay, you go to see them not because you love Fix You. You go to see them because of the show that they create.
It's
like all
an
the colors, the positive vibes of the people that is there. So like, it's like a festival. Like, going to Coldplay show is like his own kind of Coachella. It's Chris Martin Coachella. So trying to get there and have the idea of creating something unique like Eric Prydz Hollow or Anima, it's really what I think that stands out, and this is our goal for the next year. Not this tour, but like, let's say like 2 years from now, trying to build a show that is a proper experience beside the music. Also the music, but also the show.
Of course, there is step to get there and a lot of work to get there, but the ideas, it's always been there.
Does the feeling when going up and playing on stage, does it go off after you've done it 100, 200 times, or do you still feel that same excitement and nervousness and
The only difference is that now that we've done, again, like what she said, now that we've done the live shows, so hard ticket shows where people, that is 100% anxiety, like we could die with it. But and now when it's just like DJ set, we are like, super fresh. And
I don't want you to have 100% anxiety. I want you to have some fun as well.
No, but
now
it's fun.
I have to say, now I really enjoy to do DJ set and hybrid set, because it's really different.
Chill.
Like,
it's chill.
It's different. It's chill. So when there is like shows and festivals, I really enjoy now.
If you're scared to swim in general and you try the pool and you're scared of pool, but then you go in deep water and you're like, oh, I can do pools every day now. It's the same. Like, we feel a little bit excited of hybrid DJ set, but it's more like the fun that we make of it, and the live show is just. I don't know
you're
why,
also
honestly.
You're also very good at jumping in the deep pool at once and learning how to swim in the air.
Exactly. Maybe that's the step that makes the things looking like a little bit nervous.
We have a pool there.
That's why we.
Oh, wow! Yeah. Oh my God.
That's why we train to navigate deep water.
I can't look at that. I'm in Sweden. It's almost sunset and it's sub-0 degrees, and I'm seeing palm trees in the back.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So
I couldn't.
So I'm not going to look at your pool. I'm not going to look at your. But what makes you like very, I think, different, and I mean, doing a lot of things is these videos that you've produced yourself. You mentioned them before, the DC series, and it's a very successful video show, a YouTube channel where you post this. I saw the top video has like 25, 30 million views, and it's not just one video. It's like one followed by the next one, which is even bigger. How did you get this idea of making live shows with all these drones and film team around you when you're playing the sets?
As Assia said before, like, we starting the duo project just around 2018. So there was like this crossover period in 2018, 2017, in which promoter didn't know what to expect, because it's Giolí, the page was called Giolí, the songs were Giolí featuring Assia, and sometimes she was with me, sometimes she didn't come. So we needed to prove to promoters and the audience in general what was a Giolí and Assia show for the first time. So we said, why don't we do it in a video that is about like 30 minutes, 1 hour long, to show them me playing, Assia singing, and this will be the show that promoters will get in their clubs. And this was very useful. Like
the kind of music and how we wanted to present the show, what we like to play and sing on it. So it was really a vision we wanted to deliver, especially not the audience, like especially to the promoters, to let them understand what kind of show we really wanted to deliver.
And thanks to the first two videos, we went in the US for the first time, and that's how we met our agencies, and we signed with CAA at the time and Paradigm, then now it's Wasserman for Europe.
Yeah, but that was the main thing, like to try and explain with each episode of the Aces Live what was our vision. The first video was like, okay, we need to show the promoters, no? The first one was big, and the second was another confirmation of our vision as well. And we said, okay, we need to do a third episode. And every episode was going viral. So we said, this is the right thing, the right path to follow. So at that moment, it became more a choice of a cool location plus the music to be adapted to the location, like a full experience, like a travel, a journey. We really wanted to take our audience with us. So let's say, for example, we did the volcano, and in that video, we really wanted to. We actually thought about the first song to express the power of Mother Earth, like the volcano. How can we do that? So we did the first song inside your head, just thinking about the volcano, and the drop, thinking about how
the
powerful it is.
The lava,
So since that moment, we really love it to think about the Aces Live, the best way to experience that location. And the temple, that is like the last one, it's something that we really wanted to do since 2 years now, 3 years almost. And like performing that place with all that energy in surrounded by the cool area, the nature and everything,
with
was
the lights, the production.
It was
just
a dream. Unbelievable.
It was our dream, honestly.
And
the best thing for us is when we deliver the last video, and for us is our favorite. And this time I can say that, like, this temple is my favorite musically, and also the production, the lights, the location. I think we really did a big step. If you listen to the other ones, the music quality, how we combine the instruments, the vocals and everything, we really think we are growing, and we love it.
We don't like to think about the Aces Live like a playlist of songs, but we really select each single song to be the perfect match and the perfect mixing between one and the other one, and every single song have to express the place feelings.
And also we decided to do the sunrise, and since the dark is the best time to present techno and more like powerful songs, this time we did the opposite. Like, we started very strong with techno and remixes of our album that are a little bit more powerful, and when the lights started to come out, we switch into Afro House, and at the end is more chill with the piano. And usually this is how we do. Usually we do sunset. So we start very chill, then we go to Afro House, then we do to techno, and this time we did completely the opposite.
It's like we like to tell a story with the music.
And it was kind of a challenge to start a video completely dark. Like, completely dark with lights of the. We thought maybe people could be like bored of seeing, let's say, 15 minutes of darkness, while it was exciting for them because it was completely new from all the other videos there are.
It was like experiencing altogether the sunrise. It was so cool. And also, like, for example, when we did the video of Etna, was the first time that a FPV drone was used in a live video. So we were able also to add, for example, thanks to that drones, the adrenaline of going through the volcano like in a race. No, also it helps to tell and envision the drops. No, because when there is the music and the music drop, like it's really helped to navigate and like enjoy the music as well. So it was one of the first thing ever. And also we were the first one to bring that piano in the highest place of the Sicily.
Yeah,
so it was really
I want to
every
say
single...
that it was dangerous. Like Etna is the biggest volcano in Europe, and it was active in that period. So they told us, like, if we see that this could get dangerous, you just have to leave all your setup here
and run.
and get the cardway. So it was kind of
Yeah.
yeah, but also like I don't know if you saw the volcano one, not the Etna volcano, the volcano with 27 million views, that one. We climbed the volcano from 3 a.m. until 5 a.m. 2 hours by walking, climbing, with all the setup on our shoulder with other 11 people. We arrived there, we played, and
yeah,
then
exactly. Every episode has a cool story behind.
Yeah.
And the center of these videos
Is that
is
we
always
never
the
sleep.
no, but yeah, of course. The location. I was saying the location because we always like to show. I mean, we're lucky to live in Sicily, that is so beautiful, and we like to show Sicily to everyone. And except Iceland,
Yeah.
every one of them is recorded in Sicily. And it's cool because you also trying to help Sicily to show his beauty as well.
Yeah,
so.
but it's something that we really never thought about. Like we just know that Sicily is so beautiful. We would never move from here, and we just feel so lucky. Like imagine a place where there's snow on a volcano and you can watch the sea from the volcano, and then there's island volcanoes, and there's another volcano called Stromboli that erupts every 30 minutes. Temple, Greek theaters, and lake, and so various, and we feel just very lucky. And
I was actually in Iceland this summer, and there was an active volcano there. Do you have like a thing for volcanoes?
I know, don't tell me. We were there, we were doing the videos. 2 months later, it started erupting. We were like,
Yeah, I was there.
Volcanoes,
I was there.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful,
Like
by the
you.
way. Like Iceland is another place that really is so raw and pure, and you really like love it as it is. Like it's so unreal, so far from the normal things like like cities and everything. So whenever I would love to go back just to enjoy it and like relax. Even
Maybe
if
there's
it's freezing, I hate that, but really I would love to see it again.
and a lot of great music coming out from Iceland as well.
A lot of great
a lot of
artists,
good bands.
Kaleo,
So.
Bjork, like Shirosh. Yeah, I love all of them.
But many creatives in the music industry or in other creative worlds, they, I think, some get a big hit and then they struggle to make a second one. But it feels like you get a hit and then you can get a hit like the next month with another, either a song or a video that gets just very
honestly,
successful. Have you found out what's working, or how do you solve this?
We never did a hit yet. I think we did beautiful videos, but we still didn't do the hit, and we still have to do the hit. And this is very.
I mean, this video really helped us to let the people get used to our music. Also because the beginning wasn't like, oh yeah, this is not commercial, this is not deep, which kind of genre it is. So this kind of video helped us to let the people see how we manage to put a song with vocals and everything, and more of a electronic indie mood with more
but again, it's not
songs.
For us. It's not a hit. We used social media in a good way. We did it with Facebook, we did it with YouTube. I hope we will understand TikTok. I don't know if we will get there. We are a little bit older now.
You're getting started on TikTok now?
We're trying.
We're trying.
It's just
It's
challenging
different.
because
Yeah, it's random.
we love good content. Like
Mm.
I love making videos for YouTube. It's like my favorite. If I have to describe what's the favorite thing I love about my job is doing these videos.
Yeah, I mean, we can go to Iceland and spend 10 days there, but don't do a
But don't do
TikTok
a
in the
TikTok. Like
garden.
I can't dance for TikTok. They can't turn me into that
Yeah,
dancer. I never.
and it's almost like the opposite. It's like not supposed to
Yeah.
look well produced. So
Exactly. I can't.
yeah,
Like I'm a perfectionist. So to me is the opposite of
yeah.
how I
You should
operate.
just choose other platforms if you're a
Yeah.
perfectionist. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah, I mean, that's yeah, probably
Yeah, and also we got 1 million
that's the
subscriber
point.
on YouTube, and our
Hmm.
goal is to get to 10 million there. And YouTube is a great
Right.
platform because it's very active. Like the fans that are on
It's
YouTube,
like
they
real
really love
people.
you, and they come to see you. They buy your tickets. They love the project because they see your face and listen to music. While Spotify can be different, like can be also passive. They can listen to your music,
Yeah.
they love the song, but maybe they don't even know the name of the band or they don't
Yeah.
even know how they look.
Yeah, but also from YouTube, for example, people see the video and then they come to the show and see the same kind of show. So that's the good thing. Yeah, in
Yeah.
terms of it, we are working on it. So hopefully, yeah, we are working on a lot of music and everything. So hopefully someday it will happen.
Yeah, I'm early in YouTube. Well, I'm not early in YouTube. YouTube's been around for a long time, but for me, it's early. And I have to say, it's very. It's like I just have a feeling that YouTube will be around for so long. It's not like it's a social media phenomenon. It's like this is TV now. And sometimes when I hear people saying, I want to do YouTube and then I want to go into TV, I'm thinking like, no, YouTube is the end goal. I mean, that's where you should stay because that's where people discover, that's where people find new things to look at. And like, that's the channel you can own. But there's still, I feel, so many people that want to kind of use YouTube to be a movie star or be a TV, presenter. But I think YouTube is just not going anywhere.
In Italy, for example, there are a lot of people that from YouTube, they were doing jokes and funny things, and now they are presenting TV shows.
Yeah, or they
So
have
it's really
their own
cool.
website, their own series on Prime, on Amazon, and
Mm.
Netflix as well. So I think that, as you said, YouTube is never going to end. So it's good, even if you do television, always work on YouTube. Never abandon your channel. It's always something that you have to take care of. And this is also something that frustrates us because in high period of touring we can't deliver the much of we want on YouTube,
Of
and it's
content.
something that we
Yeah.
would love to do more often. But yeah, you're completely right. Like YouTube is just like a Netflix. It's just like Prime Video
Yeah,
now. And
Yeah,
you
exactly.
can also
But
buy movies on YouTube.
yeah, there
you
is
can buy
YouTube.
movies, yeah. But I
Yeah.
think there's still some when people think about it, if you say if you think about somebody being a YouTuber, people sometimes I think about somebody making pranks about people in public. And that's a YouTuber for them. But I think that's going away, and it's becoming more and more
Yeah, but
widespread.
who
Like,
cares? I mean, if there are more millionaires coming from YouTube,
yeah, oh
coming from
yeah,
fashion
than any other
nowadays,
place.
like
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
so
Paul,
much.
come si chiama?
Logan Paul, like a lot of people started from YouTube actually. Even the biggest pop star ever, like Dua Lipa was discovered by
Shawn Mendes,
yeah, like
Justin Bieber,
a lot of them. So like there's so many stories starting from YouTube. Like YouTube is
Giolí
always
Assia.
something yeah, it's something that it's really like a big instrument and thing that you if you want to do something like and you can focus on that like thanks to YouTube or now TikTok, Instagram, every social media now you can do whatever you want.
I also want to go into on the personal side of things because you said you became a couple pretty early on after you met, but then it took some time or quite a long time before you made this official and public.
No, actually, maybe I know what you're referring because there was actually a video from us. I mean, we always said we were a couple, but we never like overshowed it,
Yeah,
or
we
like
don't use
over.
it as a
Yeah.
tool to make more views.
So
So
there
we
was.
never like kiss on camera. We are very intimate on
Yeah,
it.
so there was this period where we were working a lot in some of Arabic countries. So we made a video clip where, of course, we were showing us as a couple, like kissing and
Kissing
everything.
for the first
So
time.
that was the moment where we said, we really need to understand what kind of crowd wants to follow us. And that was important as well because it really helped us to have a step and make it clear, like 100% of where we wanted to be, and be free as well to be a couple. We want to show, yes, we show. We don't want to show, we don't show. So it's like really personal sometimes, and we really like have moments where we want to keep the things from just for ourselves, and sometimes we just like to show to the crowd, and of course because they are part of it and they are like family
Yeah,
now.
we are a bit
But still.
different on the way we approach to social media, because I'm more like a YouTuber. So when I have to do a video, I do the video, I deliver the video, that's it. While she's more like, why don't we do a story while we are with our dogs? Why don't we do a story
Yeah,
while we are?
I'm
And I
more
don't really
social.
like to disclosure that much of my private life. I don't know why. I just like it to be two separate things. Like I prefer to have my family moments, to focus on my family instead of having
Yeah,
my
I think
phone.
it's just because being a couple as well, and also being on tour, sometimes you just need to find the moment to also just be a couple and enjoy the day as a couple. So I think it's just because of that. But in the same times, we really love to be a couple in general, even on social media. And you need to show them as well because it's part of us, and it's also what we made make this special as well.
And with the lifestyle as a DJ and touring this much, how do you can you describe what that is like? You said you had 200 shows in a year, was it? Yeah, that's more than
Maybe less,
No,
but still, it's
it
like.
was just like to say that it's not good if you drink whenever you have a show. Let's say you have 200 show. No, I think like what, like 50, 60,
No, even
60.
yeah, like 100, I would say. But still, like something that you, I mean, we are so lucky to travel our like each other and everything, so we can really enjoy moments where we love the show and then we have the adrenaline together, or when we can chill together and maybe enjoy the city. We go together and go in a restaurant and enjoy the restaurant. Like it's so beautiful to share this kind of happiness and life. But yeah, like as we said, there is moment that we just maybe want to keep it ourselves and make it special, because you always have to be able to maintain also that kind of couple balance, no? And you also need that, because if you show 100% of what you are, like to the people, like there's nothing else
No,
remaining
it's
yours.
not that. I think it's just about like the person you are. If I was like
Also.
her, maybe it was easier, but unfortunately, I don't like it. So whenever she does it, I really get frustrated. So like she's trying to understand me, I try to understand her. Then maybe this could be helpful for our job, but I really prefer to divide the two things.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a
Yeah,
balance you need to
I
find.
was gonna say I guess it's a fine balance between keeping the private lives like on the side, but also showing your personality to people out there. But when it comes to the touring and when you have shows every second day or every third day or sometimes 2 days in a row, can you describe what that is like? If you're supposed to play in the evening, for instance, do you arrive a few hours before and leave the night like the morning after, or what is that like? Because I think people who go to a concert, they don't really know what the life is like for the DJ behind. Like, are they here, are they going to after parties, or are they off to the next show half hour after?
It's just crazy sometimes, because it happened, for example, after COVID, where we accepted a lot of shows, and we were like, it was July, and we had to make 7 shows in 7 different cities, all in Europe, likely. But of course,
In
it
how many
was
days?
7 shows in 7 days.
Oh, in seven
But the
days. Wow.
cities were like far from each other, so it was like really intense because we were like taking the plane during the night, for example 4 in the night, and then arriving in the next city like in the morning, 12 a.m, let's say, waiting for the room, then hit something, trying to have 1 hour of sleep, and maybe again preparing for the shows and the night, and like during the night again go to sound check in the afternoon, then go to perform, and then again doing the show late night, and then again taking the plane during the night.
So after the show is done, you don't stay. Well, then you didn't have time to sleep in a hotel. You had to go straight to the airport, get on the plane, go to the next place.
We are not that much of party animals beside the job that we do. So
Yeah.
whenever we can sleep and just try to recoup and eat, we do that. But if we are like with our friends in a comfortable area, like let's say near home, or let's say we have our tour manager that is also our friend, we like to stay a little bit longer.
Yeah.
But when it's just the two of us, usually we are very much tired. So we just try to sleep
Yeah.
whenever we can.
It happens sometimes, like for example, like in June, that we enjoyed a little bit of the places we were. For example, Costa Rica, we had some free days, in Miami as well. So there is period where we enjoy the place where we are, but at the same time, maybe during summer, because it's the more chaotic months, it's where we don't really have time to enjoy the places. So this is like the balance between
and also since
shows.
when we started working together, it felt like a really long year. Beside COVID, like I have memories of each year, but it feels like just a long period. And I started working with her when I was 18, so I didn't have time to take my drive license, and I just took it 2 years ago. Thanks to COVID, I had time to do that.
Yeah. I mean, it's been like sometimes when you know you have already plans from January to December, for example, you don't really think about it's a year. Like you just, okay, January, February is gone.
Yeah, for
now it's summer
families,
already, and then it's Christmas again.
Our families live a normal life, so like they know which day of the week it is, or like they know
Yeah.
what they will do the next week, and we know what we will do in 6 months from now, or like 1 year from now. What's the goal for the first quarter of 2024? And when we
Yeah.
say this to our parents, they don't feel so anxiety, like they are like, how can you do that? Like I just care about what am I going to do for the next weekend.
Yeah.
Or like for them taking a vacation, they get anxious for taking a normal vacation. They have to plan it on time. They have, while for us it happens that there's a last time offer, last minute offer, and we have to fly while we are in a country. We have to fly to another country, and then probably we don't go back home, and we have to pack a lot
Yeah.
of clothes. And yeah, it's very cool, but you also have to have this mindset and try to know that the plan can change, and you also have to be flexible, and you have to deliver your 100%. It's like a baby. Our life is like a very needy child that you have to take care of every day of your life constantly.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot of time.
And you have to be ready to pack in an hour. Everything.
So you're really
like
good at packing.
summer and winter, like you have to be ready to pack like as the smallest bag ever.
Our closet doesn't have a summer and winter, just have clothes. So
Yeah.
we dress
So
like,
messy.
we say that we dress like onions. So there's always a t-shirt, and then a sweater, and then a jumper, and then let's say a bigger
Airplane
jacket.
mood is always like a black t-shirt or whatever.
Yeah, and even if you're going like to a summer place, there's always a scarf and jumper because of the airports.
And I guess over the year, it's seasonal. I guess like in the summer, it's very intense. It must be for you with touring. I guess, is that how it works? And then you get some time off after I'm just guessing here.
Never.
No time off. Okay, but are you never in the studio like
We are really
producing?
taking some time off because we are asking for like probably around June we will stop, just because we also need to work on music as well, and as well to rest. And yeah, but usually there's not a period where you like think about a vacation, because even if it's summer in Europe, in the rest of the world maybe do parties as well. Like
Yeah, but also
there's
this is
always a party to be
our
at.
difference between us and other bands, let's say London Grammar or other bands, is that we are also DJs. So if we do the live shows in Europe, then we can do hybrid DJ set after parties. So there's never a hand until you want to
Yeah.
ask to your agencies, like, we need this month to make the album. And this is what we've done with Fire Hell and Holy Water. We finished our US run in December 2021, and all January and February 2022 were concentrated for the album. And now I think that June of this year will be that period, because until May it's full of touring. We had to recoup a lot of stuff due to COVID, etc. Then July and August will be intense, while
Yeah.
June will be for the album.
Okay. You mentioned before that you have this holistic 360 view of your career and the journey ahead of not just touring but also making the videos and fashion, like you said, and you have the Milan Fashion Week coming up. Are you looking to do collaborations with designers and going into that field of fashion, or how are you thinking about that?
Yeah, actually, like our brand Diasis is what we really wanted to grow in that level as well of branding. So yeah, that's the goal. Of course, this is just a beginning, and yeah, like starting relationship with brands and designer, or even just doing our own. Like yeah, we are working on it. We are working on some cool stuff as well. Hopefully they will be, we can announce it soon. So yeah, in general, like that's the goal as well.
Cool. Do you have like a mission?
Don't take a no as an answer, and just believe in what you want to believe and achieve it. Like don't accept any no.
What do you think that people sometimes misunderstand about the life of being a DJ, or just what do you think people don't know that might be a surprise of being a DJ?
That it's really a lot of work on the background to do, because a DJ before was just a DJ. Now you have to care about social media, you have to care about, of course, music, produce music, write music, and everything. Being the best collaborative with brand and everything. Like it's now DJs like pop stars, celebrities. So that's the thing. That's what the people really don't understand and get, that there is a lot of sacrifice and hard work. And while they just think you're living your best life, oh, you're going here, you're going there, but there is a lot of traveling as well. You need to
Yeah,
sacrifice your
usually
routine.
just like you're sacrificing your body health a lot. Like we eat a lot of McDonald's, even if we don't like it, because unfortunately,
You have to.
in a lot of cities, like there's no other
That's what
choice
you have
after
everywhere. Yeah,
11 p.m. Like you can find
yeah.
any other food. So like yeah, not eating good and not sleeping enough.
I'm happy you're being so open about it, because I think that's something that people don't understand. I mean, it's a very hard life kind of, and if you're in a city, as you say, in the middle of the night, there's just McDonald's going to be open, so you're gonna have to live with
That's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, but thanks God that there is McDonald's. Otherwise,
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
starving, and at least there's like French fries.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And and lastly, I wanna also to ask you, how do you feel about now? How happy are you in your life now on a scale of 1 to 10?
We always happy as a couple.
I think
That's the main
I'm
thing.
happy like 7.5,
Yeah.
and
That's good.
I feel very lucky because last year I wasn't in a very nice place in the summer, so I feel like last year was like happy 5, while now it's just already like 7.5.
Yeah, or when we produced the album.
But it's not like that I'm sad. It's just like that I'm anxious, and anxiety is just harming my body. But happy, yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah, especially just because of work. That's the most stressful part. Like there is always things you want to achieve, you want to do better, and like millions of things. If you look around on social, there is always people doing better than you, and of course that's the stress.
No, yeah, but also like not having time. I'm a
Yeah.
person that really loves hanging out with family, with my dogs and friends, and not having time to do stuff like going to ski, not even once in 1 year. This really upset me a little bit. But at the same time, there's people out there that is struggling to have money
Yeah.
to buy their food for
Yeah.
their kids. So like
Yeah.
I feel very lucky, 7.5, and yeah.
Yeah, like having the routine is like really sometimes makes us happy. But yeah, that's the
Yeah,
thing.
making coffee in my home kitchen every morning, at least for a week, is something that we really love.
And if we fast forward, many, many years from now on, and maybe we won't even be around anymore. What do you want people to describe Giolí Assia like? Like if you look at you're looking back at your life in many years from now on, how do you envision that, and what will people say?
I hope people will study Greek philosopher and not Giolí Assia. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I hope that we did a little bit for the female power in the
Yeah.
music industry, for the LGBT community. But I don't know. I'm too young right now to know how we will be in 10 years. So let's say
Yeah.
20 or 100. I don't know. I hope they will study philosophy because it really helped me in my own life studying Greek and Latin. So I hope that this will stay there. And for
Yeah.
music, I don't know if we will get to be on
Sometimes-
books. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, in general, we love when we read message about people saying that we heal their life and with our music help going through bad period and healing from bad situation or whatever. Or as well, like hearing from people like coming out to their parents because of us, and that we really helped going through this journey to them. So it's really something that makes us proud to. And I mean, it was difficult maybe at the beginning for us too, trying to be free in social media, like in the world. And now it's something that really make us proud and happy to be helpful with it. In general, that's the main message, and that's the main thing we really.
Yeah, but also
want to
I'm
be
curious to have
happy
this
and
same
helpful.
interview in 15 years from now, and I
Yeah.
will tell
Yeah.
you. Like right now, we are too early in our career. If like I don't know if we stay there for our own life, but like I hope that our name can be next to the U2 or Queen are too big. Coldplay, maybe. I don't
Even
know. We will
match.
see. It's too early
Maybe
now.
not. Yeah.
Maybe
I
we'll
would
see.
love to have conversations in between too, but I would love to have another conversation in 15 years. I think we'll be in a very in a very different place than now.
Happy with different hair color is so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But in the
Yeah.
meantime, like trying to help people in that way,
Yeah.
in the community, or even women, like.
If somebody is in that position now to let's say in the music industry, and you want to take the first step into somebody listening, feeling very inspired by what you're doing, or somebody that was thinking about this for a long time before, but not taking that first step into DJing, and maybe not as a job, but like doing it on the side if they have a more traditional job, and then doing this as a hobby. What's your number one tip for somebody to take those first steps? Where do you start, and how can you just get
I
into
would
this?
say don't sign a label deal, don't sign a management deal. If you want to sign a deal, sign it with an agency because they really bring the work for you, and just build your own brand. And in terms of brand, I mean like your own persona. Like
Yeah.
you have to really stand out. Your music have to stand out, your style, even your look, your image. Fortunately, it's something that you can talk to people too with your body as well. So just like believe in yourself. Don't take short street thinking that it's helpful, because usually it's never helpful. Like just think that you will get wherever you want in 5-7 years. There's no one that is going to give you something and don't want something
like so easily.
in back.
Just be prepared to sacrifice your time, have constants on what you do, like every day being focused on it. But especially, as she said, like don't expect people to do that for you. You just need to build your own, and so no one can like steal from you what you build.
I think
like,
it's
no
important.
One can leave you.
It's important to find a person, just one person that really understand your goal and love your goal. I'm not saying love you, because we were very lucky to find a partner that it's also someone that we work with, but like even a friend that really believes in you and that can help you somehow.
People who support you.
Sometimes if you are completely alone, it's difficult. So like don't buy big dreams from other people. They usually don't deliver.
I think that's a great tip. And stay away from the labels and build your own brand.
Yes, this admin and distribution deals is the best.
Giolí Assia, it's been a pleasure. This has been so inspiring on so many different levels. I think the dynamic between you, I think for me, it's wonderful to just have this conversation. I feel very honored. So thank you so much for taking time from your busy schedule.
Thank you as well. It was a pleasure to have this conversation with you. It was.
Yeah, this has been so interesting. Where are you off to next?
We're going to Milan for the Fashion Week in Tuesday, and then from Milan we're going to Miami, then come back home a couple of days, San Diego, blah blah.
Yeah, and ready to start the European tour March and April as well in the US. Yes. So it's going to be an intense run.
Couple of months.
An intense couple of months. Probably like the months coming after those couple of months will also be intense.
No, June is going to be
ready for June.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because we want to use the pool also.
Right.
Just taking with the dogs and everything. Yeah.
Of course. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. I'm going to let you go.
Thanks for having us. And thanks a lot for supporting us. Really.